Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make a menu in Java. You're used to seeing a menu when you go to a restaurant. There's a list of things, and then you can choose what you want to eat. In programming, we call a menu a list of items that a user can choose, and the program does different things according to their choice. We could give them a choice to display costs for different things, or we could give them a choice to display different images. When you have a menu, it's best to use a do-while loop, because the do-while carries on executing until something becomes false, and that will be the user's choice till they choose to exit. And we will use a switch case, because according to the user's choice, whether they choose A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3, we will use the switch case to execute different statements as they choose. So here's our exercise 1. Show the user a menu to choose from: moon travel, M for moon travel, I for International Space Station, O to orbit the Earth, and X to exit. Display the cost to travel to the chosen destination. I'll let you Google that or estimate it. I have found it costs myself, but you can also do that, and keep redisplaying the menu at the cost until the user enters X. Here is my solution, but I'm also going to go and type out the program for you. So I've got the solution here, but let's create a new one, and I'll explain it as I go along. I'm going to call it destination. So first of all, we're going to declare a little character. Let's call it dest. Should we call it destination as well? Now we're going to do our do-while loop. We'll fill in the condition later. So I'm going to say destination equals JOptionPane.showMessageDialog. Input your choice of travel. If I type \n and I tap the enter key, can you see NetBeans added the plus and the quote for me, and I can carry on typing on the next line. So I'm going to type m-moon \n, enter. Then I-International Space Station \n, and the third one was O to orbit the Earth. And \n, enter, and then the last choice is X for exit, to stop the program running. So my while true, obviously, I'm going to keep running round and round my program as long as destination is not equal to X. But my input's not actually finished. I need to .char at this, .char at 0, because I've got a character. I can't store a string into a character. The other thing is JOptionPane is underlined in red. I can click on the light bulb and add import, or I can just go Control-Shift-I, and all the imports get done automatically. Did you see it got added there? The other thing that is nice to do when you're inputting a character is force it to uppercase. So before the .char at 0, you go .to uppercase, bracket, bracket, and the .char at 0. So our input is done. Now we want to put a switch case in. So we're going to go SW tab to get an automatic switch case, which is very nice to work with. The thing we are testing is destination. If the person enters, quote, capital M, quote, we need to display the cost of traveling to the moon. And if I remember correctly, I think it was something like 19 billion rand. I'm just going to put travel to moon or 19, remember this is an estimate. We are not a travel agency. Okay. And you can do the next case. So case I, quote, colon, and print travel to, I'm going to put ISS, colon, or, and I think that was about 1 billion. And I want to break there. And then case capital O. And this time we're going to print orbit the Earth. And we'll put, I think that was about 376 million. Much cheaper. Okay. And break. And at the end, instead of this throw new assertion error, I don't want that. I'm going to delete that. If the person types, we want it to be exit actually. So I'm going to put actually case X. And you can go goodbye. And then for the default, you can also end the program. For the default, just leave it there. And this will carry on until the person types X. So if we run it now, we will type M for the moon. You see I type a small m, it doesn't matter. It's going to convert it to a capital. And there we go, travel to the moon 19 billion. I, International Space Station, 1 billion. O, to orbit the Earth, 376 million, and then X. And the program ends and we hit goodbye. So the one I had in my PowerPoint actually looks a little bit more elegant. I put a little bit more writing there, but basically it's the same thing. And the costs are exactly what I got off Google. And the International Space Station was on a Russian spaceship, if you trust that. But basically it's the same program. Okay. And I've got another question for you. I made, this one was quite fun. You know, I love cats, and I found a whole lot of chocolates with cats on. So you're going to do a chocolate menu, and in the main method, you will input the choice of chocolate. So 1 will be the cat's whiskers chocolate, 2 will be the jungle bar, and 3 will be the black cat bar, and then 4 will be to exit. Then that's your menu in the do while. Then you will create a method. That's after the main method, you'll create a method that displays the chocolate. So these pictures. And if you look at the description below my video today, you will see the code, which I got from the internet. And I have put the source in the next few slides. You'll see it there. So I've got code that displays images, and I've given you the images too. And then you will use a switch case to make the method display the correct chocolate according to the user's choice. So obviously you're going to need a little bit of external help here because our Java course doesn't really show you how to display images. But this is good stuff to know for your PAT. It could help you. So let's go and have a look at how it's done. Here's my chocolate menu. Here I've inputted an integer, choice equals 0, and I input what would you like today, \n. 1 is the cat's whiskers chocolate, 2 jungle bar, etc. And there's my switch case on the choice variable that we inputted. Case 1, I've got displayChoc. That's the method which I coded to display the picture of the chocolate. So display chocolate, and in the brackets, I've got the name of the JPEG, the image that I want displays. I've got catwhiskers.jpg. And then if they choose 2, displayChoc junglebar.png, and display in case 3, displayChoc blackcat.png, and case 4, or I put default, goodbye. So part 2 is the actual method. Now, this is not code you're expected to know, but you do have to know how to make methods. Oops, and I see that I forgot to put, this should say string image name. I'll have to fix that. And my help came from stackoverflow.com. Okay, so, sorry, this was a previous version. And it should have in the, let me quickly write it here so you don't, make sure that you understand exactly how to do this. So over here in the brackets, you should have string image name. Right. And I will put the code below the video. And I've got this code to work very easily. At the end here, I did frame.dispose. I also made it pause by doing a JOptionPane.showMessageDialog, so that you can just click enter and then carry on to the next choice. And that's all for today. Let me just finish the annotation. And please subscribe and like the video. And I hope that today's code has helped you and inspired you. See you next time.